Number. Bear can resist the temptation of salmon. This pure, natural feast of fat drives them completely mad. The rich, tender flesh, the crisp, springy skin, and the delicate, creamy fish milk, topped with smooth, juicy roe. Every bite brings 80 calories. The natural aroma strikes their taste buds. This is a feast on the tongues of the brown bears, and also their annual banquet of gluttony. The 2-month salmon run is not only a celebration, but also the most important mark on a brown bear's calendar. In fact, the salmon run feeds most of the bears along the riverbanks. It is nature's grand gift, a magnificent banquet, and it is their key energy reserve before winter hibernation. By late July, countless salmon surge back from the Pacific. They swim upstream only to fulfill their final mission: spawning and reproduction. This journey is destined to be harsh and deadly. Before they even arrive, dozens of brown bears gather early by the river, blocking their inevitable path. The tide is the salmon's signal to begin. Before entering the river, they adapt to fresh water. In the brackish estuary, where salt and fresh waters mix, soon, the salmon take their first step against the flow. At the same time, the brown bears also welcome their moment of frenzy. Though bulky and not very agile, once salmon reach the diving zone, their speed and agility begin to fade. This is the perfect time for the bears to grab them. Sharp claws and teeth help them secure the slippery, struggling prey. With a well-timed leap, they can seize a plump, fat salmon and tear open its thick skin to feast. At this moment, the salmon's flesh is rich and tender, filled with the ocean's essence. Its fat is dense, its protein full. Each fish holds 400 to 500 calories. The bears gulp them down whole, letting their stomachs slowly grind and digest them. In a single day, they can gain 1 to 2 kilograms. As the number of salmon rises, the bears' tastes subtly change. They are no longer satisfied with eating the whole fish. They target only the finest parts. They squeeze out the roe, the most fat-rich portion, because the same weight of fat contains twice the energy of protein. Eating 1 pound of roe equals swallowing 2 pounds of protein. During this period, the bears feast nonstop. Some lie around lazily, others eat until they're dizzy, some even try to lick their own paws by mistake. Yet the salmon caught are only a tiny fraction. The true test lies in the shallow streams and the layered obstacles ahead. Once back in fresh water, salmon stop feeding entirely, relying only on stored energy. If drought strikes, they may die stranded in the shallows. Fortunately, the cold, moist air from the North Pacific often brings much-needed rain, refilling the rivers and allowing them to move on. The first waterfall is a gate they must pass. Countless salmon leap through the raging water, their bodies drawing silver arcs. More and more gather below, but time does not allow them to rest. Even though bears wait above to intercept, the sacrifice of 1 salmon may allow hundreds of others to pass safely as they move into deeper waters upstream. The brown bears lose their overwhelming advantage, but a few clever bears always find a way. They learn to use their hind legs to scoop up dead fish from the riverbed. This skill takes years of experience and practice. Upstream, a mother bear arrives with her 2 cubs. She hasn't tasted this precious delicacy for over 10 months. Seeing the moment, she lunges forward and finally catches her first fish. But before she can eat, the cubs snatch it away. She does not stop them. She simply watches quietly. For her, the continuation of life matters far more than the taste of food. As the salmon move deeper upstream, the bears pace the river day and night. Every day they devour dozens of pounds of fish, turning nature's gift into thick layers of fat to survive the coming winter. It is a transaction, one life's disappearance in exchange for the survival of another, and for the continuation of the species. Under the late summer sun, the air is filled with mist and the scent of mud. The brown bears churn the river, while the shimmering salmon swim beneath. In this moment, between heaven and earth, life's frenzy and sacrifice intertwine, creating nature's most magnificent symphony. This feast is not only the bears' annual banquet, it is nature's declaration of sacrifice and renewal.